You don't want to sell it to me? Okay then, just say that. Well, I mean, you got it for sale, bro. Okay.
The internet is currently in an uproar, and a German car dealer is currently facing backlash worldwide after a creator by the name of iShowSpeed visited Germany recently and had this awkward interaction we're about to cover. A lot of people are deeming the reaction from the car dealer racist, and many others are agreeing, but I looked deeper into the situation, and a few others have too, but all of our opinions have been pretty much buried under the angry opinions of most people on the internet because of course they didn't look into the situation, and now I'm thinking there's more than meets the eye. So here you can clearly see that the title is iShowSpeed's awkward interaction with car salesman in Germany, and the comments on the side, one from No Jumper, which is a pretty massive YouTube channel, it says, "What do you think made this guy refuse to sell his car to iShowSpeed?" This is the interaction.
I can buy this?
If you can.
You selling it?
Read.
How many miles on it? And it's going for 75,000, right? Yeah? All right. That's what it says. Okay. Can I test drive it to see if I like it?
So it seems at this point that the dealer's being very dismissive and stuff. Doesn't seem to be a big deal, but it clearly seems like Speed is trying to purchase this vehicle from him. And right now, obviously, he's not being very receptive to Speed's questions. He's asking him, hey, how many miles on it? Can I test drive it? Things of that nature.
No. Just around a... Okay. How much is... How much did you buy this for? How much did you buy this for, like, when you first bought it?
I think we'll stop here.
Huh?
I think we stop here.
You stop here. Now he's asking you how much did you buy it for when you bought it.
Yeah, I'm actually how much you bought it for.
Then you drop the price down.
And this right here is what pissed everybody off. The car dealer is like, I don't think we should do business together. And Speed's like, what? I have the money to pay for this. And then, you know, one of the camera crew members is telling the dealer, he's like, hey, he can afford to pay for this. He's a major streamer. So of course, in true Goblin fashion, the internet went absolutely berserk. They're like, oh, this guy is racist. Oh, this is why I don't go to Germany. Germany's full of racists, blah, blah, blah. People were taking it way too extreme. And then I thought to myself, hold on, let's not take this for face value. There has to have been something that happened to warrant a response like that. Wouldn't you want to sell your vehicle by any means to anybody that has the money to purchase it? He wouldn't refuse to sell it to him because he's black. Maybe that's the case, but let's think about it. There's a bunch of cameras on this guy right now, right? There's a crowd of people surrounding Speed at this dealership. What's the real reason why this gentleman here isn't selling Speed the vehicle? That's when I stumbled up on a comment that made a lot of sense. Let's see the rest of this interaction and we'll review the comment.
Yeah, bro, I'm serious. I'm not trolling. Like, I'm trying to buy it. I got the money.
He wants serious. He wants serious buyers.
Yeah, I'm serious though. Why do you think I'm not? I'm serious. I'm serious. How much did you buy it for? You don't want to sell it to me? Okay then, just say that. Well, I mean, you got it for sale, bro. Okay. What the hell's wrong with that dude, bro?
And like I said, everybody was upset because it seemed like the guy was being bigoted and stuff. And just the fact that he was basically ignoring Speed's questions and refusing to sell him a car that's clearly on the lot with a for sale sign on it. So here's what the comments had to say. Top one here says it's Germany. They're still stuck in the 40s probably. And it says, I mean, they're in Germany, right? I'll let history speak, LOL. The next comment is they hate to see a black man with money. Keep your chin up. You're winning, they're losing. Then we start seeing comments in support of the German guy. It says, I stand with the German dude on this one. Then of course, another comment feeding into the race bait, which is racism is real, even if you're famous. Another person says the color of his skin, it's clearly obvious. And obviously every comment that mentions racism has a bunch of likes, right? Copious amounts of likes. Another person right here says, Germany's people don't fuck with us. LOL, do your homework. Then you have this very long comment here that says, since the 2013 immigrant crisis came with the Syrian war, we started equating dark skin with violence because millions of immigrants have come over here to Germany from all over the world because of our easy refugee laws. Since then, we pretty much have seen a surge in rape, rapes, robberies of houses, buckles of stolen and vandalism, as well as fights between immigrants themselves and knife attacks of innocent citizens by religious extremists. By the way, I'm Serbian and I also migrated to Germany, but the violence increase is real, and his speaking fluent English means nothing to anyone. We see a black person, we immediately think he's from Africa, living on social benefits and walking around looking for trouble, because that is what those people do here. It's not racism, it's a safety issue that stems from stereotypes that are embedded in crime statistics. Dude over here was being a little rude. The German guy was being a little disrespectful. He definitely said you can buy it if you can afford it. Obviously he knew he could afford it, but like I said, there was definitely a deeper rooted issue here as to why he didn't sell the car to Speed, and I don't think it was racism. Then this interesting comment here says, oh man, I'm cringing just thinking about what his followers are going to do to that guy. I mean, Speed does have almost 30 million subscribers, and that's just on YouTube alone. That's not including his other platforms, and his fans are crazy. So Speed says, I can buy this, and German dude says, if you can. The fuck you mean if you can? He was racist out the gate. And people are like, Hitler was his great uncle. So here it says, dumb question gets dumb reactions. He asked questions he already knew the answers to. I would be pissed too. This comment right here says, "Fuck to the car and walk away, Slim."
Fuck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
This comment right here is starting to make a little bit more sense. And it says, people need to do this in private, no cameras. You can tell that the dude doesn't know who he is or what's going on, and he probably feels like he's getting set up or something, which makes a lot of sense. Then we see comments like this. Watch the whole stream and you will see Speed disrespected the man first. And this interaction, Speed was rolling all over the car. He was, you know, being super loud and disrespectful to the guy. And the guy wasn't even by the car yet, right? He runs over to the car. He's like, yo, what are you doing? You can't just do that to a car you haven't purchased yet. And then Speed's like, yo, can I buy this car? Can I buy this car? And then, of course, the guy is fed up with him. He's fed up because Speed was just acting like a complete idiot. And that's where this interaction takes place. But of course, it got clipped out of context to generate clicks and stimulate hate and money, because the more views you get, the more money you get, obviously. And people worldwide are like, oh my God, Germany's racist, Germany's bad, blah, 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 blah. I'm never gonna go. And I'm like, y'all gotta look into this. It's Speed. He literally makes money off of provoking people. So it clearly looked like this dude was provoked or something, but the way they spun it was that he just doesn't want to sell to black people. And I don't think that's the case at all, especially if you watch the whole stream, which is wild. So what do you guys think about this whole interaction? I feel like the treatment that Speed got was well deserved based on how he's been acting on his whole travel escapade, right? I've seen him recently travel to all these other countries and whatnot, and frankly be incredibly disrespectful to the people that live there. Now I understand that that's part of his brand, is being wild and insensitive and stuff, but you have to understand when you behave like that, that comes with consequences. People aren't going to just put up with that shit. And also, you're not in America anymore. You're in other countries. So of course people are going to be very irritated and they're going to treat you a particular way when you act like that. There's a comment here, and I think this guy's from Germany. He says, how Americans make everything about race when you can clearly see how this streamer dude isn't serious about buying the car and is cosplaying being interested in buying it for some fucking clicks. Many people in Germany are just real businessmen with money as their focus, and that's why the conversation got on his nerves when Speed started asking those dumb questions that give you the vibe that he's trolling. And you Americans saying it's about race in this thing are just not near the reality, or just never tried to buy a car, LMAO. There's also basic cultural differences and stuff here that could have also played factors. Filming policies. I mean, privacy is definitely very much valued in Germany. I don't think Speed or his camera crew asked to film this individual at all. So he definitely probably felt like it was a setup. I don't think this was about race at all. I do not think it was about race. Now, 90% of people who watch this video will say that it is definitely about race. I happen to disagree. I think that there was a lot more than meets the eye. There was a lot more happening in the live stream that obviously wasn't shown here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I personally don't think that the backlash that this dealer is facing in Germany was warranted at all. I do understand, much like a lot of things that are happening in the world right now, it's this whole divide and conquer mentality. People are pulling clips out of context to get reactions out of people so they can pit people against each other. I'll be reading your comments, and I might do a follow-up video on this whole thing and see what happens. Take care.